Last time on Lawful Stupid, our heroes stand in the Declan Field estate, and Cato holds a letter.
Dear Vanessa, I know I've asked you to wait for the others to arrive. I must ask you to come now. I've made a discovery just north of New Havenhold. Meet me in New Havenhold as quickly as possible.
You all settle in your rooms.
I will set out and search for seedier places to be.
So you walk into the Gutter's Griffin.
Excuse me, sir. What is your most popular item for sale?
We sell an aphrodisiac.
Does it make a good gift?
It depends on who you're giving it to.
Interesting. How much for the aphrodisiac?
It's 5 gold per pound.
And I'll hand over the 5 gold.
Let's go over to Guston.
I want to go like hunting and foraging and like check out the immediate flora and fauna and the surrounding area.
Okay, perfect. So you spend a few hours around the northern region, outside the gates, doing these huntings. Darling.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
Probably head towards a tavern or an inn that's probably looking for an entertainer.
Yeah. So you approach the Sangria Swan. A half-elfman walks up to you and, what do you have?
I'm just curious for a quick thing. Do you have any dancers in for the evening?
Mrs. B. No! wrong campaign.
Whoa!
Keep it in there.
Keep it in there.
She's gone. She's not of this
fuck that.
world.
Listen, C4 is just like C1. I leave my mistakes in.
Where am I? What am I doing?
Yeah, well, you're back. Listen,
Well,
there's
the leader of
three
the
artifacts
KNG.
in front of you.
Here's
What
a-
do you choose?
He said he really fucked with them. Make her roll a saving throw as Miss B.
Oh yeah, I will tell you what happens.
You
I'll just
asked
go pull up
the
the right
bartender,
card.
the half elf. Let's get back into it, guys. Come on. You are in the Red Roof Inn, the Sangria Swan, and it is a busy night. It is bustling. There is lots of talk, lots of chatter, lots of horse nibbling. You hear the sound of merriment. You hear the sound of enjoyment. You hear some disagreements. People are playing cards and they're gambling. You see people who's got like a board set up and they're playing a game of Knights. And you reach over and you say, do you have any dancers for the evening? Or any shows that need help in particular? Does that sound right?
Yeah, that's about right.
All right, cool. My notes are correct. And this bartender says back up, oh yeah, we've got a band playing for tonight, but I'm sure we have some openings the next few nights, and we stay pretty busy.
I'm not planning to stay in town that long. I suppose I'll just watch and see what everyone's like.
Would you like a drink while you do that?
Yeah, your most fruitiest thing.
Tiefling water. I see.
Yeah, sure. We will get you in. It's a little special. It's a little unique, but it's an Atlas Rainbow Bowl Tinny.
All right, sounds interesting.
Yeah, and that's going to be 4 silver, please.
Yeah, no problem. She'll hand it over.
Yeah, you see the bartender go back, and they're mixing a drink, and they hand you this almost rainbow color-esque liquor drink in a martini glass.
She'll have a sip and she'll work on that for the evening. Just carry it around with her.
Yeah, all right. So let's talk about what this tastes like.
Yeah.
It tastes like water.
Okay. That's it.
It hits you like tequila.
Hits like tequila. That's gonna be a fun night. At least you're sipping on it.
Bring me the fruitiest thing you have. Here, this tastes like water.
Yeah.
No one tells
She'll
the
kind of be
bartender.
sad. We shall carry it around. It's fine. Looks fruity.
It's fruity enough. Don't even. All right, you carry the drink around.
Yeah, I want to look for a table that looks pretty open for like people coming in and whether or not that's the bar top or just a table.
Yeah, you sit at the bar top. You find a spot at the bar top. It's pretty busy.
Okay. I guess whoever's nearby.
Sure.
Hopefully a gentleman of some sort. That's her.
If you're looking for a gentleman specifically, we'll make it happen. So there's a dude next to you.
Yeah, sweet. She'll lean over and be like, so, you know anything that a girl ought to know about this city, about the area?
How do I do that? Guy turns around and he just human. And he says, I'm not sure. I'm not sure this city's any different for women.
She'll look at him a little confused for a second. I don't know, I'm just curious if there's anything interesting about Aos.
He like tugs on his collar. There's a lot of interesting things you can do here. You could monster hunt, you could capture monsters, you could explore. You go to New Havenhold. I'm sure it'll be there for a long time.
Foreshadowing.
Oh, that's wonderful. I've been looking for adventure. That's why I'm here. Sounds like fun. Since you seem to know all the ins and outs of a few various things, you know what the best time to travel is?
Daytime, where you can see the things coming at you, for sure.
That makes complete sense. Thank you. What would you say would be the hardest part of the trip?
He like grits his teeth. Getting there safely without getting killed by the monsters in the woods.
Oh dear, that does sound like a bad time. I did run into those weird wolf-looking things with floating
the shunters, they are terrible.
Yeah, that wasn't a fun time.
I wouldn't imagine so. That's why you travel with guards or like in a caravan.
Perhaps I should probably gather more people with us then.
A thought? I mean, as long as you don't mind people knowing your business.
Well, I mean, if people go to New Haven Hold quite often, then it shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, you could find some other adventurers, explorers, or mercenaries. Not a lot of people go to Haven Hold without a reason. Prentice is where it's at.
Well, there's only so far Prentice can get you. I am curious about, like, the deadliest creatures out there. You've told me about these, they're shunters, right? So then,
Sure.
Is there anything scarier than that out there?
There has to be. Lots of adventurers and mercenaries don't come back.
I suppose if I do stick around in town for a little while.
I'd love that.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can I get a name then?
Oh, my name? You want my name? Okay. Sorry. They call me Ben.
Ben?
Ben.
Oh, pleasure. Fucking. I saw the chat. I shouldn't have looked.
I shouldn't look. You shouldn't look.
Nope.
Ruins the mystery.
I suppose, besides you, Ben, is there anybody else that should know about adventurer-wise? Anyone famous of the area?
And I'm sorry, did you say I was a famous adventurer? That was nice of you.
Of course, you look the part. Oh, but I'm sure there's others out here too that could be quite fun. Friends of yours, perhaps.
Yeah, I definitely have friends. Of course. I give you my name. I think you gave me your name, but I'm not. Did you give me your name?
Oh, call me darling.
I'd love to.
Oh, that is my actual name, but wonderful.
Okay.
Slowly coming apart at the seams. She would kind of like gesture out. It was like, perhaps when the band starts playing, would you take me out for a dance?
He nods.
Well, please do find me. And then she'll kind of like scurry on off to talk to some other people.
And who are you looking for? Are you looking for somebody in particular?
I'm looking for someone that kind of looks rich and fancy. Look like they're the talk of the town. Another bard type. So maybe someone that kind of reminds me of dear old Toddy. Adventurer.
I love the way that Dwayne is such a quest smith. Like, you don't think that you think these stories are all separate and they're not going to line up. But then Ben's going to show up sweaty in the streets like, quick, I need a pound of aphrodisiac.
I need a pound of Alice's aphrodisiac. No, make it 2 pounds.
I'll pound you. Here.
Come get this pound. Take this pound to my...
Please, go give my sister this pound.
Here, I was going to pound my sister, but you can pound her instead. Here.
I was going to pound my brother with...
I was going to pound my entire family.
I was going to pound my dad.
What were you saying, Avon? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Avon.
Yeah, Avon, you wanted to do something?
No.
You're looking for somebody who reminds you of your dad.
Yeah.
You're looking for a strong daddy.
Yeah, I'm looking for a strong daddy.
We'll look no further.
Yeah, you look around the red roof at the Sangria Swans, like lobby area, this bar area, and the music begins to play, and it's an upbeat tempo as it plays. And you see a guy sitting around a table, and he's like telling stories, and you can tell that the group that's laughing is like laughing at his stories, but you can also kind of tell that it's like he's not funny, he's popular. And you can just kind of get that vibe. And this guy is he's kind of built. He's half Goliath, and you can approach him if you would like. He is bald on the head, unlike your daddy, but he does have a beard. I guess as Toddy wouldn't have had a beard when he left, but I'm sure you would have seen him with a beard at some point, knowing.
I gotcha. Now I wanna listen in on his story. What kind of adventure he's got going on.
Yeah, absolutely. And so he says, I tell you, I know you're thinking that it's not couth of me to tell stories of my own victories. I don't care what they say about those tay soups. They may be big, they may have 6 legs, and they may be powerful, but I took one to the ground with just me trusty blade and me iron still will. And you kind of hear them, ooh, and he says, I thought about bringing Poss back, but wanted to leave something for the mommy tay soup to find, if you know what I mean.
That's quite impressive. For a story, at least.
He turns around. I suppose all stories are true.
Well, they all have a little bit of truth to them. I'm not sure if it's completely true.
Sure, I suppose so, but, I hadn't seen one like you here around very much, and it seems awfully brave for you to come on in here casting shadows on my stories when I don't know your name.
Oh, maybe you'll have to figure that one out after a few stories are shared, perhaps. However, my stories are more for fun and entertainment of an audience, not so much of beast and such.
I'd sit down. Tell a story of yours then. Please regale us with your stories that aren't about the beast with two backs or a beast that you could slay.
Oh, I mean, if you wanted those types of stories, that's a different kind of evening, sir.
And a higher fee. I'm a guy.
I've slayed mightier game.
Well, I do know a few things here and there. I think she'll pull up a chair, kind of sit up on the back of it, more of it, rather than like
fucking straddled with the back, like arms over it.
Let's wrap the line.
Oh no! Like step up, like onto the chair, put her butt on the back of the chair, like the top of it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, she'll get her fan out, because this is the type of storyteller she has, and twirl her little new boa she's got. And I'd like to tell an adventure of Toddy and Kato.
Please tell it, Avon. In storytelling fashion.
In storytelling fashion. Well, I'll make something up.
Same.
Well, I do know a story of Declan Derringer and one of his sons. I believe it's Kato. They were out on an adventure, hiking up a mountain, and I'm not sure where exactly it was, but they were going up and traveling, and off in the distance they could see a fire, and it seemed like it was getting larger and larger and larger. So they go rush to go see what it is, because Declan Derringer, man as he is, manliest one out there, he couldn't leave anybody without some hope of saving, right? So he checks it out, finds just a lone cabin, and Avon is like dying on the inside.
Right.
Don't read the chat when you talk. It'll ruin you.
Yep. So they go to the cabin, and they find one of those large beasts, the one from the war. And it was shocking. Huge. Terrifying. But my dear brother comes in for the rescue as Declan Derringer was about to get decked by the thing. And man, Kato, he stops this creature's hand with his own. Strongest man alive, almost. Brings him down as the Declan knocks out one of the frames from the cabin, ceiling, thatch, all the brush from the trees on top, falling down and crash on top of the creature. But they hear crying off in the distance, little mule sounds, and they couldn't just ignore it, of course, and they find a little baby stashed away within the wood kindling in the back. Poor thing, didn't have any parents there. So they rescued the child and brought it home. Most like all the other Derringer children.
Roll a... I will let you choose whether it's performance or deception.
I'm going to go with performance.
Because I have a feeling that is you telling your baby story with a flair on it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can choose.
Yeah, I'm going to go with performance.
Roll.
That's a 12.
You get a couple of people at the table. They're like, oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And obviously you tell the story with flash and you're waving your fan around and you're doing your job. The brazen adventurer aside from you says, Declan Derringer? That old kook? I don't know about all that. To say that he was fighting a fiend? Maybe this is a son of his, perhaps. Maybe some of that's true, but I don't know.
Well, like I said, all stories have an ounce of truth to them.
In my case, it's a pound. Ask Alice, she'll tell you.
I don't think I've met an Alice.
Fair enough. What brings you here? It's surely not coming here doubting my stories and telling you.
Oh, not at all. I came here to go on an adventure. Going towards New Haven Hold.
Well, good luck.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Hoping to learn a few things before heading out that way.
That's not for the faint of heart.
Oh, I do hear it takes quite the adventure to go out that direction.
Yeah, if you want to survive.
Well, you're an adventurer who's gone out to fight these scary beasts and such. Oh, what should a girl like me know about the path ahead? Anything I should bring along, like company?
Keep your eyes on a swivel. Make sure you don't travel alone. Try not to travel at night. And remember that everything here wants to kill you. Mostly everything. I haven't met a thing that hasn't tried to kill me. Including a couple patrons of this fine establishment.
Well, then I'll be wary about the company I keep around me as well, then.
Not all company's bad, dear.
Darling.
I don't know you that well.
That's my name.
I apologize.
Can I get, hey, Dwayne? Can I get a Darling Derringer check real quick?
Sure, roll it.
What?
I just want to know. Can I get a Darling Derringer check from the bar? She's told a Derringer story, and that's it. Her name's Darling, and she's a semi-famous performer. She's a micro-niche internet celebrity. Can I get some sort of check to see if anybody recognizes her?
No, because it's a busy bar. Okay. And I'm not, and that's up to her to kind of key into those things as they happen. It's a busy bar. She's not like, she's a semi-celebrity, especially back home. People will notice her here. She may not necessarily turn every head. She will be a little more noticeable in the higher end districts where people had more money.
I understand.
This is a general common space.
I was overzealous.
Not to say that nobody has noticed her or paid any attention to her because of her role.
Yeah. She will do her little bow and move on to somebody else to ask basically the same questions again.
Yeah, so you run the room and you're looking for more information. What are you looking for specifically that I'm not feeding you? What are you trying to learn? And we'll roll for it and we'll scoop it up.
I got mostly all the basics down, but I want to know, like, anybody in particular that might be like a well-known adventurer that's gone in and out and has survived quite a lot, or someone to make friends with, or someone not to make friends with.
Okay, I hear you. All right, let's. Ooh, see what it's got. Yeah. So you keep working the room, and I'm gonna say that you kind of get some information that if you were wanting more information, more specific information like that, they would tell you to go to go to the store, Assault and Battery, because the owner there tends to be known as a gossip. And you would know that is on the top tier.
Would that even still be open at this time of night?
Wouldn't be.
Mm-hmm. That will be a morning trip.
Yep.
But yeah, she'll work the room. But that's all I got. She'll dance with Ben when that time comes around.
Yeah, I think that time does come. That like the music cuts to like a slower song, and it's a ballad, like a soft ballad about the Prince of Ice and his love story. And Ben finds you and ma'am, that a dance? You said you wanted to dance. You still want to dance, right? If you don't, it's fine. It's fine.
She'll just take his hand and go.
And then you two share a nice dance to this chilly ballad. And that's where we'll end the night, unless anybody else had anything they wanted to do before you guys go home and sleep.
No, sir.
The Song of Silence is a different song. So yeah, you guys go home. Question, darling. Do you go home alone?
Yeah, do you go home alone?
Noted. All right.
You didn't ask Gus that question, but that's fine.
I assumed Gus went home and talked to the mouse.
I did.
Dude, look what I
Is it a
found.
mouse in your pouch, or you think?
I absolutely did.
She'll just let him know that she'll be easy to find. Bottom tier.
He puts the chef's hat on the door to let
If they
everybody know what's up.
if they meet again, they meet again. Fate has it in store for them.
Yeah, sure.
If this wagon's rocking, I'm probably cooking.
I'm probably cooking dinner
Result.
for everyone.
I probably
Pop your head in.
I'm married.
So morning breaks, and before are you guys early risers? You guys late risers?
Gus barely got a nap in. He like slept all day, woke up, did a hunt, stretched his legs, did another nap. He's up early and he's cooking, man. He's having a good old cook time.
I think I'm just watching him, just taking it all, like just him speeding around as he cooks, just observing
like
the process.
He had to wake up early to like clean this kitchen, which obviously has been vacant for some amount of time. So he had to like clean this kitchen up and get it into working order because he didn't want to cook on the wagon since he's got like a real kitchen here.
Darling sleeps in.
Thank God. Imagine how frustrating that'd be to find out your fucking thing was locked.
Yeah. Luckily, that doesn't have to happen.
Yeah. So Garland sleeps in. Kato, you are entrenched in the sounds of pots and pans and the stove catching fire, and like that fire starts and he's cooking and he's moving pans and you can hear the spatulas clinging against the pans and the breaking of eggs and as he's mixing up food. And what do you make?
I think today is going to be relatively simple fare. We're going to do fresh bread, and we're going to do. I think I'm gonna. I didn't really get anything last night that super lends itself to breakfast. Yeah, I think that I'm just gonna like raid the pantry mostly and just get like all the jams and the honey and anything. We'll just do bread and then just like we'll do some eggs, just like a simple breakfast spread.
Okay. Yeah, and so you do. You make that, and it's not long. It's not too much longer. Maybe an hour or two after that, the darling awakes and stumbles downstairs. I think, unless you wanted to do something before you do that.
Oh no, that sounds good. She loves sleeping. She probably took the blanket with her.
Darling, you come downstairs with this blanket wrapped around you as Kato and as Gustum has finished eating. Does Kato eat like for the social aspect and the taste?
He does. He does.
Yeah, so he's eating some food. Does he have any culinary reviews for Gustum?
This is delicious. I would eat this again.
Oh, thanks, my guy. You'll notice that you also have 2 temporary hit points.
Oh, I did not notice that, but now I am relieved to have those.
Makes you nice and healthy getting a hearty meal. Feeling nice and strong, my dude.
Which brings me to our next point of conversation. Sister, you look like you enjoyed yourself. However, we must be getting on to New Haven's Hold, correct?
I had a great time. Thanks for asking.
I just slept.
I waited. And here we are.
Okay.
What did you learn?
I learned that we could go to this place called Assault. It's either assault, like to hurt somebody, or assault, like a grain of salt, and battery. Because there's this lady that knows a lot of gossip about people in the town. If we wanted anything of the salt, of the information types.
Are you okay, sister?
Oh, I'm sleepy. I had it was called I think an Atlas Rainbow Martini? Atlas Rainbow's Teeny?
An Atlas Rainbow Teeny, yeah, man.
Very delicious.
Oh, it tasted awful.
Like water.
Yeah.
But they mess you up.
At least it was over evening.
Well, you know what's good for that? I insist that you eat this.
Oh, she'll eat it.
Well, I learned of a creature called a blue-eyed Sylvie. Apparently it has jagged horns and several electrical components residing in it. So that is a creature to look out for.
Oh, yeah, man. What's lightning taste like?
I do not know.
There's only one way to find out.
You mean to gut the thing? Excuse me. To kill it and to retrieve its parts.
Yeah, then no.
Excellent. Well,
Do you think
I'm
it
ready.
will like crackle in your mouth when you eat it?
I expect the flavor will be quite shocking.
that is a joke.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Should we go into the salt place, man?
I'm already leaving. Ketchup.
Oh, all right.
I will get
What do we need the ketchup for?
a.
Hey.
Are we just hitting this like one spot and then we're heading north? Because we better get a show like we're burning daylight.
Oh, we could probably do that.
So we should bring the cart. I'll go
It
get
is,
it.
it's on the top floor, is the thing.
Well, no, we leave.
There.
Where do we leave from? Where's the exit? Are we underground? There's plates, but are they? Do we need to go up to leave? Or do
No.
we,
No, the assault place is on the top floor.
right. So what I'm asking is, when we go to exit this town to the north, will we do so from the base plate, or will we do that from the top plate? Are we currently underground and we need to go up to exit, or are we currently on the ground and that's just to go
We're
up?
on the
and
ground
repeat it?
floor. We're
Okay.
on the ground floor. The top tier would not be a place you would drive a cart off of.
Okay. So yeah,
Well,
we could just
I
go
don't
there
want to
and
make
do
any
that.
assumptions for your
No!
character.
Team Derringer's blasting off again.
We just
But I
add
didn't
a glider on top of the car.
Yeah,
Well, I
100%.
didn't-
You do you.
tell you yet, Dwayne, and I assume you're cool with this because it's part of my backstory, is that Sugar and Spice are actually both secretly druids from the same circle as me. That they just wild treat me donkeys all the time because they're very high level. And they will just turn into birds if we go off a cliff and just fly us away.
Yeah.
Well, I assumed you have like a pendant that you need to activate that you had gotten from your backstory, so you could have these flying druids. Right.
Well, also,
No, it does give me a shiver.
Dwayne, I also. I hate you both so much. But also, I have a glider mode that was installed in me when I was a baby.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I can sprout.
I'm gonna
like
use my
Yeah, go ahead and test
flashback to
that
be
for
that.
me.
Can I do
Please
my
test
flashback
that.
to do the thing I just said where Sugar and Spice are druids? They help raise me with Daddy Derringer.
No,
My aunt and uncle.
no, we'll not be giving you level 15 plus druid slaves.
Fine.
Fine. What a shitty DM.
Whatever, asshole. I'm going
Take
to
it
talk
to
about
Reddit.
it on
Wanted to
Reddit.
work
Take it to
with me.
Reddit.
I'm going to start a Twitter war about this. You fuck, you watch.
Go for it.
I'll watch.
Yeah, take it to a Assault Battery.
Yeah, so you guys to the assault battery. So you guys travel to the nearest elevator. And again, these are like freight elevators. So there's like carts that are getting loaded up on, but there's a place for just people to stand. And so you guys go up on this elevator and it takes its time and it hits the middle tier and it kind of rocks and moves as it locks and people get on, people get off. You sit there for 10 or 15 minutes and then it goes up again. And as you do so, you can feel the wind shift, honestly. The temperature changes. As like you're higher up, you can feel the winds go through some of these streets. And especially in the elevator, there's a little more open space in this spot. You can really feel that, like the big temperature change. And so you guys travel around. This is a nicer part of town, parts of it at least. And you're able to find some signs, and one says assault and battery. And so you approach. It is a nicer looking store. It's got like windows. Go ahead.
How's that sign spelled? Just so we can get the whole...
Space salt.
Hmm.
Space and space battery.
Got it. So it is a salt.
A salt and battery. So you approach the store and it's very colorful on the outside, like reds and yellows. Stand by. It's like reds and yellows, and it's got these 2 windows, and there's a sign that says assault and battery, and it's very inviting. There's a couple tables sitting outside, yeah, that's what you see.
Right on. Let's go in there.
Into the shop.
Yeah, so you walk into the shop, and it's a pretty decent sized shop. There's like the store counter near the back of it, and there's a couple rows. You see a lot of flour. You see a lot of like rice and drier ingredients. You see like some kitchen tools, kitchen utensils. You can very quickly ascertain that there's plates, bowls, everything you would need to really cook, to start a cooking situation. There's like a Tortex device. It's got some a clear window on the front. It's basically a fucking refrigerator. You can see there's some cold items in there, mostly milk looking situations, but some you're not 100% familiar with. And then at the back you can tell there's like a sign, and it's got like some coffees listed there, and behind the counter is a more slender treekin.
They have a name tag on?
You're looking at the back of them. Sorry, they're not turned around.
Do they have a name tag on in the mirror that's in front of them? Right?
Vision.
I do not. Excuse me, friend and owner of this fine establishment. A moment of your
so
time.
the treekin turns around. They've got like a little chef hat on that's a little pokey in places from where it's sitting on a tree. And she's got like this like cup, and there's a hot drink in it. She takes a sip and says, "Oh, hi, I'm so sorry. I did see you come in. Welcome to Assault and Battery. What can I do for you?"
First of all, I love your hat.
Second of all, love your vibes.
Oh, thank you.
Sister, your turn.
Third of all, I think you look rather excellent today.
Oh, dear, you look beautiful.
Yes,
So he takes
I
a
actually am not sure why we're here, so I will pass you off to my sister. Again, lovely hat.
Again, excellent
flex.
Oh, looking at the wares and other various things.
Sure.
A lot of cooking supplies.
Looking's for free, but touching's gonna cost you. She just drinks more of her drink.
Ooh, hands to myself then. And she'll put her hands behind her back, very playful like.
Only if you don't want a fun time.
Well, it depends on who you're asking.
Not you, dear. I run a shop.
I'm less into these vibes.
I have this bag.
Well,
I have a
actually,
pound of this. What can I get for a pound of this?
Quite a lovely time.
Can I get? I'd like to bribe my mother 2 spatulas.
She just extends her glass.
I love the idea that Kato starts using it as money.
1 pound in this tea glass, please.
A tea glass. A shot.
I'll have 1 coffee. Here's half a pound of Alice's aphrodisiac.
Dissolves instantly, tasteless and odorless.
Tastes like water.
Like putting cotton candy in a swimming pool.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
we're looking for supplies, and we might pick some things up since we're adventuring over to Havenhold.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Well, tell me what you need.
She'll look at Gus.
Me? I'm pretty well set, actually. In fact, well, I'll tell you what, and Gustum's gonna like look around. Is there anywhere where there's like a small door? There's a refrigerator here, right?
Yeah.
I'll walk to the refrigerator, knock twice on it, and open it up. And open up any door can be a door to my extra dimensional pantry. And I'll open up and I'll root through it and be like, I got like some weeping burr seeds and like their flowers, purple ones, and like some pernifoliates and like some Tuscan deer and some azure feather fledglings. But what are like the tastiest noms that I can find around here? Like, what is the best?
Oh, it depends on how far you want to travel. Really, there's.
Well, I'm heading north to New Duckburg, and I need to know anything on that route that's delicious.
Oh, I'll tell you what, it's really delicious. Very tender meat, but they are tricky to catch. If you've ever seen one, or if you run into them, it's the blue-eyed Sylvie. They almost taste like
what does lightning taste like?
But it is the creature I spoke of.
It tastes like light. It's every time you take a bite, you go, ooh, but in a good way. And you like, as she like shudders, like leaves kind of rustle that are across her body. She's like, oh, it's a wonderful experience, really.
How do you prepare them?
It's wonderful.
Yeah,
it's kind of like rabbit meat, but you do have to be careful because there's that jolt to it. If you overcook it, and it's more than you. It's less than you think. Excuse me, dear. Like normally with the meat, if you think you're going about medium, go 1 or 2 levels below that. Like cook it to where you think it's rare, because it's going to kind of cook itself a little bit, dear.
What about like a stew? Because like if a stew brings out the flavor of an ingredient, then like water conducts electricity.
Yeah, I've not done a stew with it, but I have done a soup, and let me tell you, that'll take a cold right out of you. Talk about feeling it across your entire body.
Man, I'm gonna have to give me some of that. Did you have like, hey sister, did you have like, the Sprout, what's up? Did you have like some specific questions? Because I'll talk about noms all day.
Oh, we could pick up some tools or whatever that might be more appropriate for the area, but also I was kind of wondering if our new friend here, your name?
Oh, my name? Yes, of course. My name is Chef Bluben.
Chef Bluben, we are here, honestly, if we're telling the truth, to talk about...
Have you been lying?
No, not yet. We are here to talk about the dish. And I don't mean cooking.
Well, I'm curious about what you know of other adventurers of the area that may be more helpful for our adventures.
Oh, you're looking for some friends to take along on your journey?
It might be helpful. Depends on who's about.
Well, you could... well, it depends. Are you looking for the kind of help you can pay for? Do you want to join a family?
We are a family.
There's options.
Perhaps anything that might be convenient along the way. Unless you guys have any extra coin to spare for hired help. Which I'm running low, to be honest. So perhaps any caravans that are looking for help.
Yeah, you could see if you could go out one of the caravans. There's always supplies. I say always. There's often supplies going to New Haven. Hold it is a difficult trek. Well, you could try to ride with the Guardians if you wanted, but they're a weird bunch.
Who are the Guardians?
The religious fanatics that are all about bringing back the pillar gods and restoring their faith to the world. You know, the weird ones.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that.
Are they strong?
That's just my 2 cents.
Fighters.
I would love to tell you more. You know who I like talking to the most?
Who?
Patrons.
Oh, wait, I had a thing. And I'm gonna reach into my bag and I'm gonna pull out like my chef's hat, which I don't often wear. It's like very, like kind of dusty. And I kind of brush it off and put it on my head and like kind of try to get the wrinkles out of it. And I bow very deeply and I go, my name is Guston Derringer and I am a chef of the Twice Baked Circle. And I would be most obliged as a fellow culinarian if I probably won't peddle my wares too much in town, but on the road, if you need some good noms, look out for the Panda Express. I'm out there cooking.
Oh, you're not very far in the Twice Baked Soul, are you, dear?
Well, I'm actually part of the Twice Baked Circle. Twice Baked Soul. I study under Trifle.
I just know a little bit about them, and you're doing a lot of talking, and I was pretty sure they don't like that once you're...
Oh, I'm not currently observing any oaths of the Silent Sioux or anything like that.
That makes more sense, doesn't it? I appreciate the offer. I like my business.
So my class, or my background for my character is I'm a guild artisan. So I'm an established and respected member of a guild. So I was kind of trying to reach out to this person as like through that guild bond,
both having the chefs. And what are you trying to do? One, people come in looking for noms and they're on the road, tell them about the Panda Express. And
I
get what you're saying. You're asking her to refer your business, not peddle her wares on your business. Gotcha.
Yeah. For people specifically, he tried to mention he was in competition. I'm not peddling my wares in Prentice, but when folks are on the road. But mostly, I'm just trying to. She mentioned that she only wanted to talk to patrons and being like, "Well, hey, I'm like a fellow guildie. Like, you can talk to me. We're cool."
Yeah. Well, you know what? Since you're a fellow friend, I can make you a cup of coffee. And she slides you a cup of coffee.
Oh, thanks so much. How much?
Oh, no, on the house, dear. It's got a kick. And it zaps your tongue a little bit. Well, if you listen, you can either try to ride with the Guardians, or you can look in the business district or the trade districts on the bottom tier and see if anybody needs any hired help, or perhaps you can come on as a cook. I'm not sure, but I don't have any shipments coming in from the sea, and I don't have anything due back from New Haven Hold for a week or so. But they might have something going out the next day or two. I wouldn't know the shipping schedules of all the
I suppose I should check in with like the guild hall. Is there one of those here? Do we have one of those?
Well, we don't have an established guild hall per se, but there are a few guild halls and of the different varieties. But if you're just looking for like a work situation on the middle tier, you could go and see what jobs are available for all ranges.
Yeah, I've got a wagon anyway. I run my food truck out of it. So like,
oh, that's neat.
Maybe if somebody's got like a shipment going that way, we could.
Yeah, you could probably carry it for them.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. You've been super helpful. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Love your vibe. Again, I kind of fell out there for a second. I'm back in.
Nope. It's a wave we ride together, I suppose.
Anything else, Scooby Gang?
No, if you don't need any of these tools or anything.
No, I'm decked out.
I'm great. Thank you, Chef Bluebon.
Bluebon, but thanks.
Generally, we'll just put a couple silver down for her time.
No, thank you. I appreciate it, but just... You either buy my beautiful creations, but I don't need the tips. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chef Bluebon.
I'm sure we'll be friends if we come back into town again.
Yeah.
I hope to see you again.
Goodbye forever.
Never.
Those faces are never seen again.
So what do you guys think? You want to head to the mills here, try to drum up some business?
That would probably be helpful, as well as see if we can get anybody on a caravan. I would hate to run into a bunch of beasts out on the path there, and we all are all caught off guards. We're lucky we only had one of those shelters last night.
Yeah. Yeah, let's head to that middle tier and see if we can't drum up some business.
Lead the way.
So you guys do. You leave the assault and battery, and you head to the middle tier, and you get back on the elevator, and excuse me, it kind of rumbles a little bit as you're approaching, and it settles in the middle tier, and it's hustle and bustle is beginning. People are starting to kind of move more as the day goes on, and you guys want to go to that middle location where she was saying you can kind of go and get jobs and get really whatever you need to pick up like work potentially, or find a caravan to join. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So yeah, you're able to go. You're able to find your way. You're moving to these streets, and you know I've talked about Prentice before, but Prentice for the most part is cityscape. So there aren't many times that you're passing open space other than for like roads or pathways or alleyways. There's mostly buildings, and there's some trees and some greenery, but it's not a lot. Like they make special locations for the greenery that they have, and so you find in the center of this place, you find a large building. It's 2 stories. It's round, and it's got signs kind of all over it, but some banners. And you see banners of people that you don't really know kind of dangling about, but you assume them to be famous people of some degree. But you will be able to determine that this place is called The Haven. And so you walk into the Haven, and you're, just straight up looking for work. You're looking for,
ideally, with joining up to go on a convoy north would be perfect. If there was any that are going out anytime soon.
Yeah. So you look around. So you go into this first room. There's like almost like a lobby waiting area. And then you go into another room, and there's it's a much larger room, and you can kind of see there's almost like message board-esque posts around, and some people like just kind of looking around them. And it is really a place that both official and unofficial, like there's a section that's like more official, like business requests, and then there's a section for like the fucking people can just go and tack up their stuff as long as there's room on these message boards.
Yeah, it was actually established by an immigrant from the mainland. His name's Craig. It's what he used to do back in the day, and he saw a need, he filled a need.
Yeah, there's a lot of male to male sections. It's just
that is a throwback joke from episode 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. Look back there, a lot of orc stuff. Yeah. So you guys look around, and you guys spend some time looking through it because there's a lot of requests. But you're able to, I think Kato's the one who finds it. Mr. like Machine is like boring, not boring, not boring, not boring, not boring. You find there is a transport leaving out this afternoon, and they are looking for hired muscle to protect the transport from here to New Havenhold.
Brother, sister, I believe I found the perfect cover for us out to New Havenhold.
Oh, fantastic. What is it about?
It seems there's a transport that specifically is searching for some muscle to protect them on the way out. That would be us.
Of course, I'm the strongest. And she'll do the muscle thing.
And right there with her, there's Gus. Just with he's big, not particularly muscular.
It says we leave this afternoon, so we still have time to prepare.
Who did the post?
Actually, let me. And as I like kind of pull it off the board, I want to say like the name was hidden, and I just said like, "Oh, this is it. This is the one."
And as you pull it off, you read that this request was made by Black Lotus Potions.
Black Lotus Potions. Okay, we should be able to find that.
Does it have an address or a meeting place?
Yeah, it has an address. It's on the bottom tier.
What?
Don't make me
Okay.
make up an address.
Probably grab the cart and head there so they can see that we have a cart.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This is turning out to be a very successful evening.
Why
since you asked-
are there locks on my car? No, go ahead.
Since you asked, it's 25 gold per person per night if you're successful.
This is pretty good.
Okay.
That's pretty good pay. Must be rather dangerous, though. 25 gold,
Yeah. Well,
Safety in numbers.
of course.
we talked to like a lot of people, and the only universal sentiment that I've gathered is that everything here wants to kill us.
Yes. Even apparently the people in the bars and taverns, too.
Especially if you talk shit about their stories.
Yeah. It's kind of nice, actually, because I like live my life. Like, I want to eat everything in the world, and like knowing that it's mutual kind of just takes some of the guilt out of it.
That just makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, here, you'll need this for your cart. She'll hand over a couple keys.
Oh, thank you. I've never
It's
had
Wait, why do I
lost
need
before.
keys?
For the ignition, you put it in a motor.
No, I did not.
You went to an artificer and you put a motor in my wagon.
Is this for sugar and spice? Where does
Sugar
it
and
go?
Spice is gonna be so happy. They're right in the back now. Hooray! My aunt and uncle.
They're just eating salt
Getting
cubes.
respect they deserve.
Donkeys eat salt cubes, or is that just a horse thing?
I don't know.
Salt licks? Yeah, they all enjoy it.
Donkeys will go in for a salt cube. They prefer cabbage.
It's a weird fact. Hey, sugar and spice, have you tried this powder?
Yeah, you get half a pound each. And we'll have many donkeys. Sugar and Spice are both girls, but they are lovers. Sorry, it's canonical.
I love it.
My cabbage! I love that.
All right, so you guys join up with this caravan.
Yes.
Do you want to do anything else before you guys go find? Perfect, great. So you go find this Black Lotus potions, and you're approaching not too far from when they're about to pull out, and you bring your wagon up. You kind of talk to some of the people on the caravan, and you know that there's 3 other wagons ahead of you. They're all painted black, and they have the logo of the Black Lotus potions. Each cart has a shotgun rider and presumably a couple people inside. You notice that you are not the only hired muscle.
Cool beans.
Who do we see as the other hired muscle? Do we propose? Or suppose, rather.
Anybody we recognize?
Nobody you recognize, but it's
I know this other card that's not a Black Lotus potions. Are they on
no,
foot?
the other 3 are Black Lotus potions. You guys brought your cart to the party. The other mercenaries that are riding shotgun and
They're-
one or
oh,
two that you saw getting
They're
in,
on their
you can
cart.
just tell that they're not Black Lotus employees.
Yeah.
I would like to find whoever seems like they might be in charge of this trip.
Yeah, you go to the front and you go to the front shotgun rider.
Yeah, I'm going to take the card that I pulled off the board and say, who am I looking at here?
Yeah, it's this.
What do they look like?
What?
Or what do they look like? Or just race? I guess
Yeah,
I
it's
should-
an elfman, and he's got like a larger hat on, and he's got a bit of traveling cloak, and you can see he's got like a stack of papers. He's kind of shuffling through.
Good day. I presume that you are in charge of this caravan.
I am today.
Great. We found your request for help and services on a board, and we accept. And I will kind of hand him the card we got.
He kind of looks at it. Okay, great. What's your name?
I am Cato Derringer. Pleasure to meet you.
Excellent. Cato, do you have any partners, aliases, or co-conspirators that'll be joining this ride today?
Yes. My sister, Darling Derringer, and my brother, who is a wonderful cook.
Great, we got 3 total then.
His name is Custom Derringer.
Perfect. If you 3 survive and successfully defend us, then when we get to New Havenhold, you will be paid your dues. I think there's room in the last cart, maybe.
Oh, no need. We have our own cart. Thank you, though.
He kind of looks over. All right. You're in the back of the pack then.
Great.
Hey there, my name's Custom Derringer, owner and operator of Panda Express. A couple things. 1, love your operation. 2, mediocre vibes. 3, do you have any extra cargo that needs to be shipped? We have extra room on the cart. I would be happy to lease it to you.
You got him shuffles 2 papers. No, I think we're good for now. But if something happens, if one of the carts gets damaged or something, we may consider that and move something from one cart to yours, provided that you guys survive.
Fantastic. Additionally, I'm a classically trained chef. I don't know how you do your meals out here, but if you wanted to, I would offer you guys a very excellent discount on my services during our tenure with you.
You see him like breathe a sigh of relief. Boy, I hope your food's good. If that's the case, it'll be better than the standard food they give us. So that would be awesome.
Excellent. So yeah, we can just work that out.
Excellent or excellent? It's important that I know who I'm dealing with.
That is a joke.
Only during breakfast time, my guy.
Excellent. All right.
But yeah, so how many heads would I need to feed?
He kind of counts and he says, I think our current count is 10 plus whatever you're bringing.
10 plus mine? Okay. That's it ahead. I can offer you per person 1 gold per day.
So that's quick math says 30 gold. Well, let's see what that first round of. Yeah, fuck it. It's not. I'll expense it. Go ahead. 30 gold.
Yeah, fantastic. We'll go ahead and shuffle in the back then. And
I'll be half now.
Spice.
I'm a man of my word. Half now, half when we get there.
Oh, excellent. Appreciate you, brother.
May I ask what are we guarding on the caravan? Just so we know how delicate the supplies are.
The potions, dear.
Very delicate, then.
Yeah. Well, some are more combustible than others.
Nice.
All right, off we go. Hop in your wagon. Let's go. And he, without waiting for you, signals to their driver, and they march. They
hey,
begin
Kato,
to.
You mind actually riding shotgun with me this whole trip?
I would love to. It seems the smart thing to do.
Actually, very strict now.
I'm going to sit on top of the cart, please, and thank you.
Fantastic. The most protective formation.
And as the sun gets high above the sky, we watch as the 3 black wagons pull out of Pryneth and followed by the Panda Express. All 4 wagons head towards the gate that exits Pryneth, and here is where our journey begins. And that's where we'll end the episode.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey guys, thanks for letting me tell you a story.
Thanks for letting me have a business simulator.
You're welcome.
Thanks for flirting with me earlier, Dwayne.
Ooh, so spicy!
Thanks for,
nothing, you coward.
the pound of stuff.
Thanks for that kind of stuff. Wink.
It will be. Look, listen. It's been a joke so far. It will come in handy and be a plot, like a major.
Please spike somebody's drink with it.
In the third to last episode, we defeat the big bad evil guy with boner
cycles. That's where the boner cycles come from.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll make it a fancy drink, and you just cycle it around.
Spike somebody with it. With this, the least efficient aphrodisiac you could buy.
1 pound. Cards 1 pound per 6 fluid ounces.
At that point, you just eat it. You eat this wet, chunky.
It dissolves. It's just like it's gone. You don't know where it all goes.
Powdered menthols you mix with Gatorade and call it a day.
Oh my god.
Gross. Hey, Shane.
Yo.
I would like to invoke you to.
Whoa, it's a different podcast.
Okay, I would like to invoke you to roll for humanity for the month of July.
Is that a new month?
That is a new month. I'm still getting used to having to warn you.
Sick. All right, so my roll is going to be a 4. Fuck, I should have rolled first. I'm going to roll again. It's a new roll. Because like, what if I roll 4 and I'm like, okay, what charity do I hate the most?
Pick a bad charity. What's
a
bad charity?
I'm going to do a new roll, but
get the bad roll out of the way.
The charity that we're going to roll for is gonna be
mine.
Okay, I really have to look one up. Okay, I thought somebody might feed me one.
Oh, Dots RPG. We haven't done them in a while, right?
No, we've already done it.
We've done them pretty recently.
We've done it twice.
We did some animal stuff, right? We did some
we did
stuff again. What about forest things?
Did troops. We did forest recently.
What's another thing that is fun to say?
There's a lot of things to save.
Wow,
anybody in chat? Shoot me.
Able gamers?
Able gamers. Sick. Let me look them up real quick.
Make sure it's not A-bonds. Like charity that she set up to shill money through.
No, I just will need to know what they do so that I can talk about them. And also,
coming, bro.
I already have it. I like to make sure that it's easy to donate to them. Sometimes it's really tough. I've gotten like
there's a donate button. So we're good.
I see it. Yeah. I've gotten stuck before where I have to like we already did rolls and I'm like donating and I'm like, okay, how do I get you this money?
That's annoying.
Ooh, but I do see ones that would be fun for in the future.
Please.
Fantastic. Make note of them.
Make note of them or just DM them to me and I'll go ahead and put them on the list.
I'm just going to steal them from the patrons.
They're right. They're allowed to submit them.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be doing that. It's actually their job at this point.
It's their job. Okay, so I'm going to roll for this month's charity, which is going to be Able Gamers. They are a really great organization. Looks like they're helping folks connect with games that have disabilities that would make it tough for them to do otherwise. They have 5 pillars of support in peer counseling, engineering research, community development, user research, professional development, and I'm sure they do a ton more. We're going to be rolling for them, and our roll is going to be a natural 20.
Nice.
Go ahead and hitting this up with a $20 donation. I'll be rolling again and adding that amount. It's a 17.
See, that's why we got that 4 out of the way.
I got the 4 out of the way. So that's done. So that's $37 this roll. Going to Able Gamers, a really great and worthwhile organization. What'd you roll for? That's it.
Humanity.
Hey, well, let me tell you. There's a dumb thing that we do at the end of this podcast at Campaign 4, where I give you a cute little quote, and then you guys either flounder on it, you talk about it, you don't do a whole lot around it at all, But we got options.
Okay.
So, for this quote, we are going to say, this is a favorite of mine, actually. I don't think it's like super wisdom-esque, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it up, get it out of the way, because I really do love it in a cheeky way. And it's by Albert Hubbard. Milk, lemonade. It is, do not take life too seriously. You'll never get out of it alive.
From what I'm hearing is, do not fight life.
All right, I got one for real on this one. I super agree with this one. It is easy to be offended by a lot of things, but you can always stress and worry about the things you can't control. So yeah, don't take life too seriously. Let some things go that you can't control, or let some things go that might otherwise like perturb you or get on your nerves, and you'll be happier. It's easier said than done. Practice makes perfect. You're welcome, Dwayne. Serious answer.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with this quote as well. I am a classical absurdist, so I can't take anything seriously. Everything's made up and nothing matters. And I imagine Sisyphus is happy.
I love this.
Hey,
You haven't heard that expression? An absurdist has to believe that Sisyphus can be happy in his task, to see these absurd odds stacked against him and still be able to find joy and fulfillment and to be able to laugh at it. That's what absurdism is.
It is I've never seen it painted that way, but I do like that picture painted.
Yeah,
I don't like the fact that I think that, but it's
the concept is, if you realize that life is absurd and if you see all these different things, you have two choices. You can either imagine Sisyphus is happy and you can try to find joy in that struggle, or you can be miserable.
The goal is to not be
that.
miserable and anxious.
Yes. I agree.
that's what our podcast is for. Listen to us, make ourselves out to be idiots so you can have a laugh.
Followed by 5 minutes of existential dread at the very end.
Hey, but let me tell you, there is one thing that always makes you feel better when we say, we love you.
We love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.